Hello people, you're welcome to the probably tutorial finale of the technical release version. What I'm just going to do here is just to talk about an added feature of this software. If for instance I click on an exam, I can see send email to examinees. It's just a way to you can send information to examinees about several things, probably the exam dates, you can send about the exam score, you can just send information basically about whatever it is you want. You can build your email here, you can add links, you can add images as well, but those images would have to be on a remote site. Okay, for instance, if I want to add an image in this case, I would probably put a link to, let me use Ratelsoft /images/ I'm thinking this should, okay, that is an image which I added, which is our logo, and you can preview your mail exactly the way it will look. Okay, you can add custom fields. For instance, I want to say, dear, I want to add something that will be customized to the examinee. What I'm just going to do is to come here and click on the property I want, and it's just going to add it for me. You can say their first name, last name, comma, say your results is now available, and blah 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 blah. If I preview, I'm gonna see a sample examinee. Okay, you can change the sample recipient to see the very information which you want available. Okay, and I think I didn't choose that right. Okay, this is the next one. Okay, yeah. And you can add several fields. I can say, for instance, let me go down. Your exam date is, I just pick down the exam date. If I actually set an exam date and say something like your score is, and you put the exam score basically for the you can see your score is 0, your exam date is anytime. But this was set for anytime, so it's just going to show anytime. But if you had set a genuine date and time for the exam, you can all make that available, and you can probably put things like your login details are okay. Let me just say login ID, and I put in this, and something like login password, and so they're probably going to use that. Okay, this just shows you sample for a particular exam, and it shows you how it's going to look like, but you can basically customize your email to look how you want it to be. For instance, if I want to make something that looks a little bit fanciful, I could try to use a table first of all. Let's say create a width of like 650 pixels, a padding of let me say 5 pixels, maybe a background image, probably, or not. I could use a background image or not. Basically, I'm just gonna align this to be this at the center. Okay, here we have it to be here, but what I'm gonna do, let me expand this a little bit. What I'm gonna do now is take off that border. I really do not need that border. Okay, take off the border. Okay, and I could insert an image inside there. Okay, if I can remember this link, let me try to com/images/ I hope I got this right. Yeah, I did. Okay, it's just the banner which we have. I can say their first name, last name. Oh, great. Your first name, last name. Wish to inform you that you have been shortlisted to write the exam. The exam, blah 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 blah. Just put in the exam title. You should know the exam title. So I'm just gonna say the exam. Let me just say something like final exams. Okay, and your login details are. And then I can have something like login ID. I put in their examinee code, which will mostly be their login ID, and login password. Stuff like this, and I put in the password, and I say please ensure to come with the following documents. And I could probably place a list. I could say a valid ID, passport, photograph, anything would do basically. Okay, I'm just trying to make something that looks a little bit real, that kind of thing. And you could say let me see what can be done as well. I can say do not be late or stuff like that. And regards, rich boy. And that should work. I could add some styling to this. For instance, I want the name to be bold. I can add this. I want this whole login information to be bold. I add that. So if I preview, I can see something that looks much better. And you can also add colors to stuff, make them bold and things like that. For instance, you can make this bold. I can also add a color to it. Something like a red color, just to emphasize that. And well, that's just about it. And when you're done, you can click on next. But as you can see, email message will not be sent without a subject, so I need to provide information from this. I can just say sent from my organization. Now this is the name that was showed, and from the image you can say no reply at example.com, and subject, let's say your exam details. One thing you need to also know is you can also customize the subject. Okay, so if for instance I add something like a name here, sorry, I'm just gonna cut this. Okay, I'm just gonna put this here, so it's gonna show the name for that student. As you can see, your exam details, rich boy. But it's basically up to you if you want that also. But that just works for the subject and the message as well. You can send a test email to yourself when you're done to see exactly how it will look. Okay, that's one thing that can be done. And when you're done, you can click on next, and as you can see, total recipients is 1. In this case, it's probably because that's the only recipient that has a valid email, I believe. Let's see if that's the case. As you can see, this Rich Boy Davies doesn't have a valid email. Okay, but if I change it to this, you can see this has a valid email. So it only sends to those with emails. And so if I click start sending, it starts the process of sending the emails. And but one thing you need to know is that it delays. As you can see, email message sending will be paused about 10 seconds between successive recipients to reduce the traffic on our servers. So what happens is, on each mail, it's going to pause 10 seconds before it sends the next one, and it's going to tell you the time left, the estimated time left, and the time gone as well. I really am not going to send this email here now. Okay, this is just a tutorial, and I probably do not want you seeing a couple of things on my mail. Alright, thank you very much for watching.